Around the Ozarks is now on your FM radio. Listen to Around the Ozarks mornings with Grace Gooley as I spotlight local people, stories, and podcasts, all while playing the country legends of the 90s and the hit makers of the 2000s. It's on the Ozarks' best country, 105.1 The Bull. It's time for Around the Ozarks News, sponsored by the Springfield Greene County Park Board, Thompson Sales, Advanced Car Care, Smouse Brothers, and United Plumbing. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Forhetz.
Hey there, good morning to you on Monday after the weekend and at the start of the work week. That's how Mondays work. We're glad you're with us. Thanks for being here, and we will tell you about some news.
All right. Convoy of Hope, of course, based here in Springfield, is responding to an EF4 tornado that hit Enid, Oklahoma. About 75 homes were damaged, with as many as 30 destroyed. Relief teams were deployed Friday morning from Springfield with food, water, tarps, and hygiene supplies. They also had some drive-through distributions for the survivors of that tornado over the weekend. And then mobile deliveries were taken into different neighborhoods that were hard hit. The organization says it is working with local churches there and will continue to support as needed. Pretty crazy. It was pretty wild. It was a tornado.
Yeah, you saw the video of that tornado. There was a lot of video of it, and it was a big tornado that actually hit a populated area too.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the National Weather Service confirmed an EF1 tornado hit in Joplin on Friday. Winds reached about 95 miles per hour with a path just more than a mile long. Trees were uprooted. Some homes saw some roof damage. No injuries reported, though. That storm moved through there pretty quickly, limiting some of the damage across that area.
We're coming up on the 15-year anniversary of the big Joplin tornado about a month from now at the end of May.
Mm-hmm. May 22nd, right?
I think so. It's one of those. That's one of those events. One of the rare, I think, local events that people can remember where they were when they heard about it.
Yeah, it's true.
Because the news that was a Sunday evening, and news started coming in on texts, and we were at a church service, and people were starting to whisper back and forth, and we knew something. And it was also coming towards Springfield, we thought at the time.
Yeah.
So that was, man, what an awful night.
Yeah, May 22nd, 5:41 p.m.
Yeah. All right. Missouri State University has disbanded its bias response team, effective immediately. That decision comes just days after a lawsuit claimed the bias response team suppressed free speech on campus and targeted conservative speech. The university says the move to disband it was planned even before the legal challenge was filed. It's unclear if the lawsuit will continue now that the group has been dissolved, but we'll let you know and follow that. Missouri Governor Mike Kehoe has signed a new law banning intoxicating hemp products. The ban takes effect November 12th and includes THC-infused drinks and edibles that are sold in stores. Supporters say the law protects children from unregulated products. Opponents argue it will hurt small businesses. They are planning a legal challenge to that law. It also adds new rules for cannabis regulation and consumer protections.
Okay. Drury University President Jeff Frederick will remain in his role after a contract extension approved by the Board of Trustees. The school credits Frederick with enrollment growth and new program development. His tenure has also included expanded scholarship opportunities for local students. Good for him. A new Route 66 Welcome Center opens today in downtown Springfield. The facility is located near the Route 66 Birthplace Plaza and the Gilloy's Theater. Visitors will find maps, guides, and interactive features ahead of next week's centennial events. The current visitor center will close, though offices will remain at that site.
All right. It's a big week for the route, and we'll talk about that coming up in just a few minutes, tell you about what all's going on. Meanwhile, Springfield Public Schools is inviting the community to a final look at Bingham Elementary School. An open house is set for this evening before that building is demolished and is no more. The school was built back in 1956. It was going to be replaced with a new 65,000 square foot facility, brand new. Students will temporarily move into the old Jarrett Middle School while construction is taking place. So if you want to look at Bingham one more time, maybe you went there as a kid, tonight is the night, an open house. The St. Louis Cardinals are challenging a Canadian team over the use of the Cardinals name. The teams filed a trademark opposition against the Hamilton Cardinals. St. Louis claims the name could confuse fans and trade on its long-standing successful brand. Hamilton, though, argues that they have historical ties to the name and they plan to defend it. At least now they do. The deadline for additional filings in the case is set for late June, so stay tuned and we'll keep you posted on that. A pair of Missouri State football players are headed to the NFL. Congratulations to them. Quarterback Jacob Clark signed with the Las Vegas Raiders after the draft, and defensive back Jordan Dunbar has agreed to terms with the Buffalo Bills. Clark leaves MSU as one of the most decorated quarterbacks in program history. This marks the 5th straight year that a Bears player has reached the NFL. So that's good news. Hey, if you're like me and you are dying for a White Castle in Springfield, there may be a glimmer of hope. I don't know that it's a giant glimmer, but it's a slight glimmer. White Castle is expanding with new automated kiosks that serve hot sliders. It's like a vending machine. The company plans to install about 1,000, what they're called as Crave and Go machines nationwide. They will appear in places like colleges, hospitals, airports. So if I got to go to the airport to get a White Castle, I'll do it. I don't care. Orders will be prepared on demand without the need for a full restaurant. That's what I don't understand how it works. Rollout is underway, expected to grow throughout the year. So I've seen this machine. It looks like a soda machine and a vending machine. And somehow my guess is that it just takes like refrigerated sliders or the frozen ones that you can get it in the freezer section at the store and just warms them up, which doesn't do it. I can't.
That actually disgusts me. Sorry.
That's a little strong. I feel
if it's coming out of like a vending machine, think about the process. The processed meat that's not even real meat at that point. Like,
now, how dare you? We're talking about White Castle.
There's no way that that's real food.
That isn't true. And you're raining on the parade. Because a lot of people in this audience love White Castle. A lot of people.
Sometimes the rain is necessary.
There's a huge audience.
I'm sorry that it's wiping out your canoe.
There's a huge audience in Springfield that comes from St. Louis, like myself. And we understand that a White Castle would kill it here. It would do so well. I'd be there
out of a machine.
But out of the machine,
I feel
like
don't know. For some reason they're with me. It's out of a machine.
That's the difference.
There's no kitchen involved. There's no human hot water.
Originally, there was a kitchen involved, but these are like I said, they're likely frozen and they're being warmed up. But I can do that at home in a microwave, and those aren't White Castles.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
Anyway, but the people will comment that they love White Castle, and I will get the victory.
I feel like people will comment that you love nostalgia.
Well, I love White Castle. I do love nostalgia, but I also like White Castle.
Ethan's very sentimental.
I am.
And he married me. So
nobody knows what that means. Because you throw everything out. That's what she means.
I do. I throw everything out. It must go. Okay. Moving on, the Friends of the Library book sale returns tomorrow. That event runs tomorrow through Sunday at the Ozark Empire Fairgrounds. Books, movies, music, all available. Many things priced at $1 or less. Special discount days include half price Saturday and bag sales on Sunday. All the proceeds support the Springfield Greene County Library programs. It is a popular sale indeed.
Yeah, it is.
Also, the Route 66 Centennial Celebration is this week, starting on Thursday. We've been talking about it for a long time. Thursday is also the day that the Today Show will be broadcasting live from the route, from the Mother Road. There's lots of events going on. Around the Ozarks News is a partner with the celebration. So I've got pages and pages, folks, of different things happening. I'll read a couple of them. The Route 66 Centennial Traveling Exhibit at the Gilloy's Theater. It's a free exhibit that explores the often overlooked contributions of women along the route through immersive storytelling, artifacts, and artwork based on a documentary series. So check that out at the Gilloy's. Also, the Plaza dedication is happening on Thursday as well, the 30th. That ceremony commemorates the exact site where Route 66 was officially born and named in 1926. So lots of going on. I mean, there's more stuff than that. If you go to our Around the Ozarks page online, aroundtheozarks.com, you can see the calendar, the events calendar. There's a lot of things on there as well. But I'm telling you, there's something for everyone, and it's going to be a good time.
Yeah, it is. We've been talking about this for a year now, and here it is. It's finally
I know,
here.
it's pretty wild. Yeah.
The ballpark has been renamed, and it's going to be a good time. We had some storms overnight and this morning in many places around the Ozarks. Abby Dyer will tell you on Wake Up Weather what we can expect for the rest of the week. You were out of town over the weekend. I was at a couple of soccer matches.
You were clearly in the sun,
and I got some sun. Yeah,
you can.
Yeah. I realized yesterday when I like rubbed my head and I'm like, oh, that hurts.
Yeah.
And I went in the bathroom and looked. I got some.
You got to wear sunscreen. What's wrong with you?
No, sun is good for you. I don't wear sunscreen.
I know, but now you look a bit like a raccoon. Like it's right here, Red.
I always look like a raccoon because I wear sunglasses everywhere.
Okay.
So whatever. I'm 53 years old. I don't care.
Okay. Also, I was in Mountain View Birch Tree out in the boondocks. Absolutely love that area, by the way. Shannon County, Oregon County line. Yes. Also, can I just make one more comment? Sorry. On the St. Louis Cardinals thing. It's a Canadian team. Like American trademark law doesn't apply in Canada. And so that's going to be interesting. And now I'm like very fascinated and all of a sudden enthralled in that case.
Yeah, I noticed that it's an international case, so I don't know what the international copyright is.
Yeah, I mean there is an intellectual and international property office, but they would have had to file for the trademark of the name from the beginning. You know what I mean? So,
by the way, did you see the mulch in our yard? In our landscaping?
Yes.
Does it look
Good
fantastic
job.
or what?
So while I was gone speaking all weekend, my husband and my children were working hard in the yard because I commented on it. Sometimes, like I get my hair cut and it looks cute and Ethan doesn't say anything. And sometimes Ethan mows the lawn and makes it look really good and I don't say anything. Like it's just, I don't know.
We actually, the girls and I were talking about whether or not you would even notice.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, it looked amazing.
We didn't think you'd notice.
I can't decide if I'm offended or not. I'm not sure.
But that was a tough one because we did have a giant pile of mulch in the driveway that now is mostly gone. So
yeah, right.
That makes you say, "Where'd
good
that
work?
Go? Oh yeah,
good work.
Looks nice."
All right. Stay tuned for Abby Dyer. Thanks always for tuning in. Thank you also to our sponsors. We couldn't do it without you. The Springfield Greene County Park Board, Thompson Sales Automotive, Advanced Car Care Center, Smouse Brothers Foundation Repair, and United Plumbing. We hope that you will hit up those businesses because they support keeping us on the air, and we are thankful. Have a great Monday.
It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, brought to you by Command Family Medicine, Heating and Air Paramedics, The Trailer Ranch, Hewitt Messenger, Taylor Gruba Chevrolet, and Godfather's Pizza. Here is your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Good morning, everybody. Conditions this morning, temperature-wise, are starting out pretty mild, but it was kind of a wild night last night, wasn't it? Late yesterday evening, we started to see some of that severe weather move into the Ozarks. We had numerous severe thunderstorm warnings, tornado warnings across the region. So if you're a little bit tired today, I feel you. It was loud, thunder, lightning, and even those tornado warnings prompting us to get into our shelters. We may be waking up to some storm damage in the light of day today, so let me know if you're seeing any of that. You can just leave that in the comments. Be sure to get that reported to the National Weather Service. It is going to be another day with a risk of severe weather again in the forecast, and there's going to be some shower and thunderstorm activity on the radar once again. We've got severe storms that are possible. Overall today, I think it's going to be warm and breezy. We've got rain and storms for many, and there will be at least some peaks of sunshine as well. So a little bit of everything as we kick off this new work week. And I expect that most of the strong to severe weather today is actually going to develop later as we see a batch of storm activity move east into portions of eastern Missouri, into Illinois, and all the way up into Wisconsin, stretching as far south as Louisiana. It is going to be a widespread region expecting severe weather across the country today. We've got south winds gusting to 20 miles an hour. It's all happening with a frontal boundary that's going to be pushing through. Isolated severe thunderstorms are again possible after 5 p.m. today, in addition to what we have out early today. So there's additional chances for rain and storms. It's definitely just going to be one of these forecasts that we got to watch. Confidence increasing that we are going to see widespread severe weather. I think the best chance in the Ozarks today is going to be east of Highway 65 and even more so east of Highway 63. That's going to be even further to the east. We're talking West Plains, Lebanon, a line up toward Jefferson City, including Columbia, and then all the way back toward the St. Louis region and much of Illinois. Monday afternoon through Monday evening is really kind of the timing of this, but this includes all modes of severe weather. That's winds in excess of 60 miles an hour. Hail to the size of baseballs is possible. And of course, there's a tornado threat with this too. So everybody make sure you're staying weather aware today, especially if you have any travel planned. I've got cooler conditions on deck for you tomorrow. That will bring in the cooler weather. And there's another chance for a few strong storms tomorrow as well. The risk is really confined tomorrow to extreme south central Missouri. I'm talking again about a line from St. Louis back through Houston, West Plains, including Branson and Harrison, and down into northwest Arkansas. Hail and high winds, I think, are the primary threats as we head into tomorrow. Then we've got temperatures that are much cooler. That's back on Wednesday. Highs are in the 60s, and we'll stay in the 60s for highs really for the rest of the work week forecast. Around the country, what's making headlines is this excessive rainfall for portions of the Great Lakes and the upper Mississippi Valley today. We've also got severe storms for parts of the middle Mississippi Valley and the western Ohio Valley, and snowfall happening in the high elevations over the Sierra Nevadas, the Great Basin, and the Rockies. Not too uncommon for this time of the year. All right, it's time for that Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather Brain Twister trivia question for the day. What is the only continent on Earth where tornadoes have not been officially recorded? Do you think this is Africa, South America, Antarctica, or Europe? Well, if you guessed Antarctica, you are correct. And it's not that we don't know that they haven't happened there. They've not been recorded, and temperature profiles don't really support severe weather like what happens in the rest of the world. And it's been reported in North America, that's for sure. In fact, we had a handful of it around last night. All right, here's the next trivia question for you. What meteor shower happens in April over 10 days, running from approximately April 16th through April 26th? Do you think that is A, the Geminids, B, the Perseids, C, the Orionids, or D, the Lyrids? Which meteor shower happens in April over 10 days, running approximately April 16th through April 26th? You can let me know your guess. That's at the website, aroundtheozarks.com. Thanks so much for listening to Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather with me this morning. I hope everyone stays safe in the Ozarks today. It is definitely a weather alert day across the region. We've got temperatures that are going to be in the mid 80s. Look for a high of 83 in Springfield, severe storms are in the forecast today. So make sure you have a way to get those watches and warnings. We'll be keeping you posted here at Around the Ozarks. It's at the website, aroundtheozarks.com. Just click on the weather tab. Thanks to our sponsors, Command Family Medicine, Heating and Air Paramedics, The Trailer Ranch, Hewitt Messenger, and Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet, and Godfather's Pizza. Thank you so much. I'll be back to chat with you first thing tomorrow.